Hey guys, and welcome to another live stream. So today we're doing the Ryanair as usual, and so we'll be flying from Stansted to Poznan. It's about an hour and 45-minute flight, and it should be quite a good one in terms of like weather. Not too much in the way actually, so it should be quite a calm flight. In terms of like setting up the aircraft and whatnot, as always, we'll be in the ZIBO 737 on X-Plane. As you guys can probably tell now, I am starting to move more towards this platform compared to FSX, and we'll see how things go in the long run. Let's get the chat window up. Welcome to the stream, Joe. How are you doing today? Just gonna get my chat window up so you guys can actually see the chat. Likewise, I can as well. Probably would be useful. So in this flight, like I said, we'll start the aircraft from cold and dark, settle it all up as always, and then see how long the flight lasts. So first things first, we'll connect the aircraft up to the GPU. It's taking a little bit of time to load, so I want it on this side. There we go. Right, so ground services, connect GPU, and ground power on. I do aim to be a little bit slower today, kind of, so you guys get a hang of what I'm doing. As you know, there is one viewer who should be tuning on later today, who's getting the hang of this aircraft himself. Yeah, I'm good, thank you very much. Welcome to the stream. Right, so first things first, ground power on, battery on, emergency lights on, and let's align the IRS. So both them onto nav, over to the FMC, clear the nav data out of dates message. I can see that there's no active frequency at Stansted, so I'll be on 1 to 2.8 for departure. Let's go to the show on who's online, to FMC, position initialization, and this is Echo Golf Sierra Sierra, gate 61 right. Don't forget to do a Ryanair landing, of course. You can't do a Ryanair flight without the classic Ryanair landing. Right, so routes, Stansted to Echo Papa Oscar, which would be Poznan Ławica. Stansted to Poznan 01 is the company route. Invalid entry. Have I actually done this right? So let me check my... no, I haven't. I've just moved the folder across. So if I go to... what would it be? It would be under... C... Whoops. C games. Basically, I finally moved my X-Plane folder out of my my documents folder into my C drive. So I don't actually know if my flight plan is in here properly. Worth checking though. FMS plans, EGSS. No, it's not there. Okay. Let me quickly re-export that into the correct place. Probably would be handy. There we go. And then I want to export this file only. That's fine. It should now be there. Yes, it is. Let me now plug that in again. So EGSS EPPO01. I hope I don't have to reload the airplane. No, I don't. Perfect. Do you watch Swiss? I have seen some of his videos before. I have seen some of his, don't worry. It's not too bad. Alright, flight number today is FR... Whoops, F... Foxtrot Romeo 2236. Plug that into flight number. Runway for departure will be 22 at Stansted. Activate, execute. Right, before I touch any of that, let me now make sure that my weight and fuel is all correct. So if I go to the edit weight and balance, doing in the kilos, so total payload is 19,640 and total fuel is where is it? Fuel will be on my flight plan, so if I should open that up as well. I'm not too well prepared for this flight today, but hey. Where is it? Echo. I should re-download that as well. Download only. That's fine. So data modified. There it is. So fuel on board will be how many kilos? Let's load. There we go. Alright, fuel on board will be 8414. 8414. hate it when he does that. It's the one thing I don't like about X-Plane, it's fuel management system. 8-4, use as close as possible to it. There is on 8,455. So that's to say 4,500 in centre tank. Oh wait, that's tanks now empty. See what I mean? It's a bit of a pain to use this. 8-4. Back 1. 8-4-19, that will do. So accepts that, apply changes, fuel and payload has been set. Check the IRS, how long is it to alignment? Another 6 minutes. So ZFW, bring that across, reserves 1.1, we are Ryanair, cost next 23, we are Ryanair. Now optimum cruising for us is 335, we are cruising at 350, so we may actually have to lower our cruising altitude if that's required, but we'll figure it out once you've departed. Average winds are 060 at 82, 060, 82 knots, put that in, and execute that. N1 limits, set the sail cal now, and take off, we will not touch in a second. Head to legs, Charlie Lima November is the first waypoint, which I know is a Stansted departure for 2-2. It'll be the, is it 8 Romeo we want? Yes it is. Execute that, back to init ref, back to routes, back to takeoff, using 10 degrees of flaps, and center gravity across. 1, 2, 3. So 145 knots rotates. Put that in there. And cruising altitude will be at 350. So just go through the long process of scrolling that. Whoops. There we go, 350. Back to the overhead panel and sets the packs to 350. So that means the aircraft will be pressurised for the flight to cruise. Cool, so now on AP power, aircraft's being refueled, passengers, I should probably should start doing that. Start flights, there we go. You now hear passengers in the background, boarding, whatever. That's the aim. And then on the left fuel tanks for the 8PU. There we go, passengers now talking. Alright, another 4 minutes until that is aligned. 8PU, we can start once that's all sorted. Basically, I'll make sure that everything on the ground is set to their correct setup before we do take off. So, how are you guys doing right now, watching the stream? How are you actually watching right now? Would be good to get some indication of. Have I just gone and closed the chat window? I think I may have done. Nope, there it is. 2 viewers for now. Fair enough. Let's see a few more more we fly. So, that's all sorted. AP is now lining. Overhead panel should be set. Hydraulics will do in a moment. That's, yeah, turn those on now. Electrics on. Engine and wing anti-icing set. Stansted to Poznan on 11:30. Check it out if you're interested. Just gonna post the stream. Looking good. Right, so in a couple moments we'll then turn on the APU. 3 minutes to alignment. The one thing about the IRS, it takes a couple minutes to align before you are ready to go. Otherwise, like I said, there's no actual active frequency, so make sure you're on 122.8. That will do later. And that starts up TCAS, so I don't think there is actually any traffic in Stansted right now. Oh yep, there is one aircraft over there. Ryanair 13, whoops, my controls are a bit weird now. Ryanair 1 Foxtrot Juliet. Now while I'm here, I'm just quickly changing my keyboards quickly, since yes, I want to do my camera yes, free camera. I want the search keys. There we go. So that will be move view. So move view forward, or move view backwards. That's fine. Move view forward. That's that. And then move view down can be that. Move view up can be that. That'll do. And anything else I should probably do? Don't think so. So they've got one Ryanair over here, one Foxtrot Juliet. That seems to be the only aircraft that's Stansted right now, besides myself. Delta Yankee Alpha, the go-to aircraft for me. I prefer Boeing myself personally. One or two Airbus aircraft I would fly these days, mainly the tow-less, but I'm generally more of a Boeing person. If it ain't Boeing, I'm probably not going. Right, so your damper comes on. Go to the left-hand side. We'll set better pushback and pre-plan that while we wait. Always good to be prepared before we do rotate, so before you do push back. So yeah, we're going to put ourselves there. Shoot, did not want to delete that. There we go.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready.
I don't think I need that anymore. Don't actually need Firefox anymore on the screen. Don't think I need the flight plan at all actually. If I do, I can open it up later. Start that as well. We'll minimise that. Boeing had their right. Well, what can I say really? I've been a bit of a Boeing fan. The 734 being my all-time favourite aircraft. I do like my mix of steam gauge, glass cockpit kind of thing. So around 80s era, probably my go-to aircraft. Right, so that should now be sorted. Looks good. APU can start up now since the IRS is aligned. So hold on starts. Low pressure sign turns on. And I like to hold that down until the needle starts to move. Any second now. There we go. Right, the AP is now starting up. Once that stabilises, we can bring it onto that. Make sure my leads are turned off. No need for dome lights or anything. Leg lights, no needs. Position, strobe lights, no. Anti-collision, yes. Wing, no, no. Taxi lights off until we start taxiing. APU is now stabilising. Foxstream Lucas, how you doing today? Now, Webcam is very laggy today. Oh yeah, of course, because I don't actually have a green screen. It's just some program manipulating the view behind me to disappear. So if there's any like graphical glitches around my head, or like my finger disappears sometimes, then yeah, unfortunately that's just down to the fact that I don't actually have a green screen. Right, so Stansted traffic, that is city traffic, I'll see. No. There's two airports in London I do get myself confused with on the codes. It's City and I think it's Gatwick? Not Gatwick, sorry, Luton. Those always get the wrong way around for some reason. Right, so AP is now on. APU bleed now comes on. Ground power off. Disconnect from ground power. We are now basically ready for pushback at this time. So again, there's just no active tower here at Stansted. No. So we'll stay on 2.8. There's no aircraft around me, so I'll be clear to push back. While stream Edwin, how you doing today? Yesterday flew from Gibraltar and back in one flight on VATSIM 3 times. Yeah, Gibraltar is a bit of a tricky one to get into. I did do it once on FSX. It was I think it was like a second try. I went through one side, didn't like it, so came through the other. Yeah, but no, Gibraltar is a bit of a tricky one. So Gibraltar there's one other one as well. I'm trying to think, it's not Mallorca. It's the one that's now Cristiano Ronaldo International Airport. Madeira. Is it Madeira? I think it's Madeira. Right, anyway, the APU's on. Fuel pumps on for the other engines. We're about to start them up. Strobe lights on. everything looks set. Auto. And yeah, let's now start our pushback. So, AS all set. Ground services, better pushback, nice pushback. Give it a few seconds to register, and then we'll start our
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
So tow truck's now coming over there. There's another Ryanair aircraft just spawned in. 5-2 Tango Alpha. Ooh, I did not file a flight plan today. We'll do that quickly for you now. So, our flight plan is that. No remarks. Okay, obviously have Sierra, Echo, Papa Oscar. Our alternative airfields is I'll do this really quickly now before I start pushback. I knew I forgot something, but no, I've not actually forgotten to file a flight plan before. That is a first for me. Alternative is Delta Tango. It's a 350. True speed's fine. Actually, that's 410. Departure will be.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Flight time is 1 hour 45. Fuel, we've got 2 hours 30. That's our flight plan. Send the flight plan. Done. Before I forget. What would you say is harder? Gibraltar or St. Martin? St. Martin's not actually too difficult of an approach. It's slow over the beach, but it's not actually the worst. Gibraltar's much harder than that. Yeah, well, oh, Chris! Welcome to stream, Chris. How are you doing today? Flying anywhere interesting? Any updates for Dead Stick to give us, please? Soon. Right, so yeah, being lifted now to the pushback tug there.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release
Goran,
brake.
welcome to the stream. I'm doing this for you mainly today, flying from Stansted to Poznan just for you. So yeah, you've missed all the basic startup and whatnot, but if you watch the stream afterwards, you get to basically see how to turn on the ZIBO and do this route in it. Right, so we're actually ready to go now, so parking brake release. I think he said parking brake release. I missed the last instruction. And flight directors on. That's all set. And then flaps and trim will do once we push back. Give it a few seconds. Yeah, I think I may have turned off the parking brake too early, but it should be alright. Please. Push. Soon. Push me back. Disconnect, reconnects, terminate. I mean, I am connected to the pushback tug. That shouldn't be the problem. Come on. Has better pushback failed on me? I think it may have. That is annoying. Okay, right, so if I, hang on, reconnect, see what happens. Terminate.
Disconnecting tow, stand by.
That is odd. I've never seen better pushback fail on me before. Right, so I'm gonna actually have to use the default. Oh, you've had the same problem with the pushback yourself. Okay, right. Disconnects that. I'm now gonna actually have to use the default pushback on this. How do you do pushback in default X-plane? Gosh, this is going to be a pain. Pushback. Don't want better pushback, that's broken. Pushback for airliners, nose 90 degrees to the right, I want. Numpad minus, okay. So, he's now going to move possibly.
Push part coming.
There you go, push part coming. so long since I used the default pushback in the simulator. I hope
Tow is
it's decent.
disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Ignore better pushback.
Here we go.
As soon as you start moving...
Hey, I need your brakes off.
Oh yeah, there you go. Parking brakes released. Right, we're pushing back. We don't have a tug, but we're pushing back. I love this sim sometimes. Right, engine 2, start up. Engine 2, once that hits 18, fuel flow starts. Engine 2 starts up. All good so far. Hear the safety announcements in the background there. I hope we're going to do the 90-degree turn. If not,
Hey, I need your brakes off.
yeah, I don't know how this system works. Is there a way we can abort?
Hey, I need your brakes off.
I don't know. Push back, stop and let go. Okay, we'll set that now. Right, stop.
Alright, see you next time.
I don't get it. I really don't get it. Anyways, engine 1 has started. Engine 2 will now start up. I think better pushback may have updated, or it's not quite 1130 compatible. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, it's not something I've generally suffered in the past. Anyways, engine 1, sorry, now starts up. Fuel flow starts. Engine has come to life. Perfect. So now push back. All looking good. In a second, once the engine 1 starts up, we'll then bring power to the engine, turn off the APU, turn on the APU bleed. Sorry, you can turn on the APU bleeds, and then bring everything onto that. So you hear a click when that switches back, and that light will turn off. Then it's engine bleeds on, APU bleed off, engine power on, APU off. Let the flaps down to 10 degrees. Sets the trim to 4.51. No, my trim's not set up properly either. I've done a bit of a mess around on my sim recently. Pitch trim down. That's no, my joystick. Sorry. That is pitch trim down. Apply, and then this one is pitch trim up. This is then gear. Toggle gear, landing gear toggle, apply, done. And now, I'll just leave that to, was it 4.41, was that? 4.51. 1, 2, 3, 4. About there, trim tonight. Cool. So trim's been set, TCAS set, flaps down and locked. Taxi lights come on. Now traffic is moving, so I don't think I need to make too much of an announcement. Packs are set. Air conditioning is on. Aircraft is ready to go. So find brakes tool, make sure the brakes are released. Throttle up to about 30%, so it's 30 RPM. There we go, let's now make our way to the runway. I do need to remind myself that after departure, I do need to change my brakes, because the brakes have also been set to something I don't particularly want. So runway 22 departure today, so taxiing shan't be too long. There we go, cabin crew, please be seated for departure. So far, that we're actually on the taxiway. Yeah, that will take us to a little bit of spots. Stansted departure will be about 2 minutes until we actually derotate, so not too far to go. And the flight said, like I said, the flight time would be out 1 hour 45. And that'll be when we do land in Poznan. And after this stream, I'll then be doing another one, which will be the a flight from Stockholm to Helsinki in the TFTI 717. And that'll be on Explain later on. If you go to your Explain folder, there's a folder named Output, and in there are all your screenshots in Explain. So we'll hold short over the runway here. Contact me on 123.8. Oh boy, is it now an active tower? He's just logged in. 123.8. Good morning, good afternoon, Stansted Tower. This is Ryanair 31 Golf. Ryanair 31 Romeo Tango with you at Stansted. I don't know. He's just gone in quite an awkward time. It might actually be a runway 04 departure now.
31 Romeo Tango, Stansted Tower, hello. Are you ready to cover your clearance?
Yeah, roger that. If we hold position... Why do you want us to hold position? Because we're actually midway through taxi.
31 Romeo Tango, your taxi's no issue to anyone at the moment, so you can continue taxiing. You can play whilst you're moving, if you like.
Roger that, then we are ready to do clearance. So it'll be IFR to Poznan. This is such awkward moments. I now do know that for a fact that it will now actually be a runway.
Right, now,
04 departure on that one. Execute legs, so there's no gaps. That's fine.
No, Foster Juliet, Roger, you hold me more one. Eileen.
Now, hold me my one, we are fully for one.
In a few more seconds, now request another clearance to Poznan. Ryanair 31 Romeo Tango is requesting clearance IFR to Poznan. There. What's going on now? I mean, like I said, I'm presuming he's just logged in, so it's going to be a little disorganised. Yeah, 123.8, so he's just logged in. I hope he's not going to be too disorganised for too long, otherwise that could cause not too much of an issue, but it just means that our departure will be possibly a little bit off. Stansted's Tower, do you copy? Right, well, I'll hold the position behind Ryanair 1 Foxtrot Juliet, but I genuinely don't actually know what to do right now because Tower don't seem to be actually talking. So I'll position and hold. He wants to do clearance. That should take 2 seconds. He disconnected. Whatever. Shooting back to Unicom 122.8. Alright, so we're back to 122.8. We'll depart from runway 04. Departure shouldn't be affected in any way, shape or form. And then we'll just make our way back to Poznan, I shouldn't have any issue with the flight itself. I mean, like I said, that was just a bit of a random case where Tao wasn't exactly being cooperative. So, he might have disconnected, he might have lost power. It sounded like his microphone was dying as well. So, we'll leave that for now. Hold position while the Ryanair departs. Right, sets the braking to reject takeoff, landing lights on, taxi lights off, departing, runway 04, Echo, Golf, Sierra, Sierra. Throttle up, taxiing to position holds, we should have plenty of runway for departure today. Flaps sets, trim sets, braking all sets. So, as soon as we're on the runway, we can then just throttle up and depart. Aircraft 7,300 feet to my left. He might be a loose in departure. Just looking at the PFD there, the little diamonds at 10 nautical miles to my left. Now taxiing to position. Just pull up the engines 50%. Everything's good. Deaerate the engines. Off we go. The aircraft level on the runway, try not to drift it too much. Both engines are stable, we are though drifting to the left ever so slightly. 80 knots. V1, rotates. Gear up. Man, it's a bit of a windy departure today. I wish there was an ATIS as well when he did tune into, at least when we did tune into Tower, but everything seems to be alright for now. Gear is up, locks position, autopilots sets, LNAV, VNAV sets, auto throttle armed, flaps up by 1, aircraft is in charge. Turn off the rejected takeoff now, and step by step increase the flaps as we continue our departure. Aircraft now bring it onto the SID. Airport will be behind us. And there you go, some sort of wing view for departure. Do I have Fly Lure activated? I don't think I do. Where is it? Fly Lure, macros, XP Realistic Pro. Yeah, activate that. I do like XP Realistic. Makes flying ever so slightly more realistic when you fly the camera movement. Nah, XP Realistic Pro, I've had it for a little while now. I think it was one of my first add-ons for X-Plane, at least in terms of reviews. It's been a product I've used for a while now, and I've genuinely had no issues with it. And its updates just get it better and better. So, there we go. London Stansted, now over or back to southeast England. Flaps are now all raised. Aircraft will make its way up to 240, 250 knots, which would be below 10,000. It's an aircraft 9,000 feet to my left, heading in the same direction as me. I think actually maybe the departure a couple moments ago, plus 93 there. Well, stream AirNace 777, how you doing today? Now able to control your rudder pedals. Good to hear, man. Good to hear. Which my own frame rate actually while I'm departing, so I'm not going to like lag out the simulator or anything. As long as I'm above 20, all is fine. I'm at 22, so I'm borderline fine. But I'm sure as we go into cruise, things will be a little bit nicer for me there. check that, so that's all fine. Next waypoint is Artov, is it? No, it's not. 3,000 at there, up to 4,000 on the exits of the SID. I'm good, ANA, I'm good. Busy day yesterday, but I'm not complaining. So, how's your time in the ZIBO right now, Aviator? All good, all bad, all disaster? And 130th country. Gosh, that is decent. I mean, for me in Sims, I've flown to a couple in Europe, maybe a few in America, 1 or 2 in South America, and 1 or 2 in Asia. Not much though. Got a few flights in South Africa though. Actually, maybe South Africa, maybe Zimbabwe, but no, I'm nowhere near 130. Right, so leaving the next waypoint in approximately like 10 seconds basically. Then continue our climb, and then yeah, it's about an hour 45 till we arrive. Not expecting too much in the way today. There we go. Continue climb, throttle goes up, and aircraft try to keep yourself below 250. Started in June, you're doing good on track. Yeah, only about 70 countries to go. So you're going to try and fly to every single country in the world in Flight Simulator. Good luck with that. Nah, maybe a task I'll do myself one day. We'll see. Worth looking at it in the future, but not for a little while. Definitely not for a little while. So, coast of England should now be in front of me. There we are. Fairly low over it, that's fine. And of course, all back skiing off some very nice looking ground scenery. And my good old Delta Yankee Alpha 737. Fun to do the reassure. How's that? It's fun to do the resale. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. Anyways, I need to. Actually, not just yet. Stand out into 6,000. Got one more waypoint to go before we actually go up to flight levels. On weekdays, 7, weekends, 738. Research. Yeah, you enjoy your research, man. I fly to real countries and real planes. Now, during this year, I went over to Finland, over to Stockholm, Sweden, over to Poland. I've done a fair bit of travelling this year, and it's been a lot of fun. Has been a lot of fun. I've actually got a few more. Actually, got to do a few Stockholm vlogs at some point soon. Not sure when exactly, but I have got a couple videos from Stockholm. I do need to turn into vlog form at some point, so that'll get to enjoy in the near future. Right, aircraft at 3,000 feet, 10 knots past my right. Standard altimeter set, so at 6,000. And yeah, once we reach 10,000, turn off the landing lights. And that is the rest of my flight sorted until top of descent, really. Man, I always thought these like SIDs are a little bit long at low altitudes in the simulator world, but no, when I went to Stockholm, we were stuck at 4,000 for a good 10-15 minutes actually, as we used the SID for the north. So yeah, some of these low angle flights over the UK, I've had some idea of going on. And unpopular opinion, I prefer Heathrow 2.6 to 2.4. Not many going to say that. Everyone loves 2.4 rights in a Ryanair aircraft, but no, for me it's 2.6. That right's really quite good. So, last look over the UK before we fly over continental Europe. Just checking my phone there, Nokia 6.1. It's a decent little phone, not the best. Actually, for a while it was a pain to use, but ever since the Android 9.0 update, It's been a much more of a pleasure to use. Yeah, checking the weather. Actually, yeah, what was the weather at Stansted? What was the winds like in that one? There was a 4-knot wind. It was definitely a crosswind, 10-0/04, but it didn't. It felt a lot stronger than that. I will be honest. It felt a lot stronger than that. Anyways, passing 10,000. Landing lights can come off. And that is everything now set. I've got nothing to do now until top of descent in about 1 hour or so. Might create a world tour at some time. Yeah, world tours does sound quite fun. I mean, in terms of airlines that do it, actually just use any airline you want really. But no, world tours and that kind of stuff, they are quite interesting. I mean, my plans for next year travel, because I've done all my travelling for 2018. So that was again Finland, Finland, Sweden, Poland, the UK. Last year I did France as well, amongst all that. A couple of years ago I did Berlin. But next year, 2019, I do want to finish Scandinavia for sure. I mean, that's only Norway and Denmark to go. Those two aren't too difficult, and Ryanair do like £5 return flights, so you can't complain really. Yeah, so those two ones to get sorted, and possibly finish off the Nordic countries as well. So that will be Iceland included. I don't know about Greenland. I don't know if Greenland's a Nordic country as well, but Iceland is definitely one. Those will be a little more expensive to go to, and I'll probably spend more than a weekend there. And yeah, otherwise, I do want to go back to Finland. In the winter, either next year or the year after, I will be returning to Finland. Definitely a winter though. Get the feeling of negative 20 degrees, will be fun. And yeah, after that, 2020, possibly leave Europe for the first time. Oh yeah, sorry, next year I want to do Greece and Barcelona as well. Those two, maybe at some point. But no, trying to leave Europe for the first time would be an interesting one for me. Drink of water. That's weird, my bottle just disappears at the top there. Oops, refocus. Oh yes, and next year as well, the voice plan start towards my PPL. So I know a couple of guys. I know an air like school in Elstree, which is a little drive away, maybe an hour away from me. But yeah, they've got a guy over there who's currently he's doing his training license in France. Ben Hilton. I've done flying with him before. If you guys know my channel. Yeah, so he's currently in the Alps now doing a training license. Do check him out on YouTube as well. Do subscribe. I mean, his vlogs are genuinely quite great when it comes to his international flying. But, well, not even international flying, but it's microlight flying. And, yes, early next year, hopefully start getting my first few hours towards that, which should be rather fascinating. A few Polish chocolates, not even chocolates, but like toffee, milky things from Poland. Very nice, very nice. Yes, the Audiobird sounds in this aircraft genuinely are rather fantastic. If I go to the credits page quickly, Avi tab credits. Oh no, you notice there. AXP Audiobirds. The guy who makes the sounds of this aircraft, he's basically like a legend in the flight sim community for his very nice aircraft sounds. Yeah, flight sim to deck, he's a real 737 pilot, then throws his time into the ZIBO. Not sure what Dr. Clark does. Landar research, the developers explain, and Avi tab the developers the iPad system here. And Twixter, oh Twixter, your flight model, I'm not actually using right now because I've replaced it. Sorry man, I know you try your best, but I'm not a fan of your flight model. What am I trying to look for? Yes, that. Where'd the option in Snapchat go, so Instagram go to show all your likes posts? There you go, posts you've liked. And I didn't like it, great. Well, that was a waste of time. Let's try and find it. Something I was reading up on Instagram earlier. Didn't give them a follow either. Oh, we'll try and find it later. Ooh, Windows actually starts to ice up a bit. You can see it's starting to get a bit whiter. I think that's icing. Yeah, it's on the window heats. And I shouldn't actually require the engine anti-icing right now. Welcome stream. Sorry. Welcome stream NSKRAZ. How you doing today? How are you doing? Right, so turn on the window anti-ice. The icing on the window should start to die down a little bit. At least that's the hope of it. Passing through flight level 200, passing through 20,000 very shortly. It's not too laggy for you, the footage. If I shake my head a bit here, OBS shows it's quite laggy on screen. For you guys watching, yeah, hang on, just let's quickly catch up. It's a little bit laggy, it's not terrible. I think it's a little bit worse on my OBS, which is fair enough, because the X-planes take up all the GPU there. In fact, I don't even know if I really should have this preview on the screen, but it's there. Frame rate is at steady. Oops, can also open that. CPU and GPUs both are maxed. But no, it's my frame rate I'm more concerned about. It's about 23, 24 actually. So, yeah, well within the thresholds. And from the outside view, it's about 30, sometimes up to 40. So, yeah, it's actually not too bad. X-Plane, since the 1130 update for the beta testing, some parts of it's improved, some parts of it's not so much. So it used to be quite CPU heavy, now it's very, very GPU heavy for me. So, well, some of it has improved, some of it not so much. If I have been able to actually get my sim up to maximum graphics for the first time ever, this is what my graphics settings look like now. Some of it quite low, some of it quite high. That's probably the best I've ever seen X-Plane before. So there has definitely been some improvements, I'm not suffering too much because of it. And yes, the wind turbine's down in the water. Even X-Plane goes to that level of detail. Oh yes, it's Ryanair, my friend. I've never had an airline with Ryanair. Here you go, guys. Everyone says that they've had like delays, flight cancellations, they've had like passengers vomit all over them while spilling alcohol and blood everywhere. I've never had any of that. I mean, every year I go to Rzeszów in Poland. Ryanair are the only airline that do that flight direct, because that's where my family live in Poland, southern Poland. Their tickets are cheap. I did Stockholm return for no more than £15. You don't get that, pardon me, you don't get that with any other airline. And yeah, their flights are always on time. The latest I've ever been on a Ryanair flight was 20 minutes. No airline does that. Especially during the French strikes, when Ryanair, all their flight plans avoid France. Only flights that land in France go to France, otherwise they go around Germany or Spain. No other airline does that. I'm sorry guys, I don't get what the hate of this airline is. I've never had an issue. Never had an issue. And if you talk about how the crew get like treats and whatnot, even then Ryanair for the most part, most people only use like a first step into the aviation world to get the experience in and then leave as soon as possible. That's when Norwegian came in last year and hired all the crew. No, never had an airline. Never had an issue with that airline. And I very much doubt I will anytime soon. Right, who are you? You're 8,000 feet below me and descending. So you are actually arriving at Stansted. Well, not even Stansted, I don't actually know where you're flying to. Let's have a look, shall we? Let's use Project's flight. Stick it on the VATSIM tracker. And let's track your aircraft, shall we? That'll just lifetime to loads. Right. Oh no, he's actually departing. So that's me, Ryanair 31 Romeo Tango. En route, 1 hour 44 minutes to go. And it's actually a British Airways from Gatwick to Amsterdam below me. Okay. And you're flying in a 767-300 even. Maybe a transfer or something, just moving the aircraft around. It's not exactly a 767 flight, Gatwick to Schiphol, but hey. Stream on ABS, how do you things on top, like your destination speed, etc. That's something called Fly Live. Make sure you might screen for that. There goes. This is Fly Live, and what I've done is you set up your flight information here, so your destination, your arrival, cruising altitude, call sign, and then click apply. It will automatically get your position for the airport, set your estimated time of arrival. And then it gives you all the information you need. So you've got your ground speed, your altitude, heading, speed, vertical speed, sorry, FPS, VAS, which doesn't exist in X-Plane, and then your ETA and GMTs and whatnot. So basically use that to, yes, I'm streaming on VATSIM right now, I am on VATSIM. Yeah, so use that tool to, actually, if I point it to like that, so use this to, let's actually do it like this, just because I'm kind of sad like that. So yeah, you have your ground speed, your altitude, your heading, your vertical speed, your FPS, your VAS, your sim GMT, and your real time. You put in your airports, your destination, your departure airport, and your arrival. Then click on setup flights, and then it kind of gives you your stats. And then you use OBS. So if I drag that across, and then what you can do. So I'm not sure how we can see. I can show it. But you create like a text window kind of thing, and then use the text kind of like overlay on the top. So it's a lot of setting up to work. Let's see if we can actually get a window capture of this screen if it's possible. Window capture. Show my no, not window capture. I want my desktop capture. Sorry. Get rid of that. It's gonna be such an awkward way of doing it, but hey, window. No, not window capture. I want desktop capture. Which one is it? Window, just display capture, there we go. Right, so, bring it back. So then you have your setups here, so you got your ETA, your call sign, your like chat on the side as well, which is the stuff that goes up there. Well, has actually gone there. Basically, you tell me these text folders, so there's your overlay, your departure is a text file, which goes into here. Your ETA is also a text file. If I go to say my altitude, which is always changing, this is a constantly updating text file, reading from that, and it updates every second, I believe. Somewhere I've set it to update a second. And in short, this is what you'll be using to get your flight information and stats at the top of the screen. It takes a bit of time to set up, but once you know what you're doing, then it's fairly simple. And so my actual overlay took maybe a good 6 months to kind of like get it from where I started, which was no webcam, no alerts, no nothing. In fact, I didn't even need to do like that. You just show it. I was like at first, can't I? I'm switching to that. Yeah, so minus the webcam and minus the chat. This is what my channel looks like at first when I was streaming. Then the chat came in. Then the overlay came in. So put my webcam quickly on this one so don't forget. So yeah, then my actual overlay came in. And then say 2 months ago, the webcam came in, and then you guys could see me streaming in the bottom corner. Does it put it into Does it put in the FMC Fly Live? No, it doesn't. Fly Live has nothing to do with the simulator. The only thing it does is it just extracts information through XUIPC. That's all. Nothing else. No more, no less. No, the FMC you have to set that up manually through the setup down here. Hope that's somewhat explained it for you guys in the worst possible way. Yeah, so you can see the window has now actually demisted. The icing has cleared. And yeah, got a little while to go now for the rest of the flights. And the actual coast of the Netherlands shouldn't be too far away from us. I'll just quickly make sure I'm flying the right direction on the map quickly, which I should be, if I feel I've got any issue with that, yeah. So we've got a right turn coming up at Tulip, which is like our entry point into the Netherlands. Yes, all my flights I do on that sim. Very rarely do I do one that's outside of it. I need to learn how to use the FMC. Yeah, the FMC does take a little bit of time to set up and learn, but once you know the basics of it, then no, it's fairly simple to use, and you get to sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight basically. Or in my case, talk to you guys when I stream while enjoying these Polish chocolates. This one being Galaretka, a like a jelly in dark chocolate, or this one in particular. Yeah, I've got a few more Swedish Bilar sweets to go. I'm out of Swedish fish, and somewhere I have a Finnish Phasers bar as well. Oh yes, and also while I'm here, whoops, that's the disaster. Yes, shout out to Goran for the just like the AE146. I've been swimming that tonight and giving it a bit of a mess around. But no, much appreciated, man. Hope Explain's doing good for you. Just quickly turn off my webcam for 2 seconds. And webcam can now come back on again. Perfect. Alright, so come to the Tulip waypoint shortly. Cruising altitude is in... Actually, one more flight level to go now. Come to 35,000 now. Do I actually want to... There you go, 1,000 to go. I do want to check the efficiency of the aircraft right now, since it's not exactly the optimum altitude right now we're at. Routing, offset, it's not offset, sorry, it is going to be in Perth. Optimum altitude is now, whoops, flight level, even I get this button sometimes. Yeah, so optimum altitude is now flight level 343, we're cruising at 345, so actually after departure we've burned off some fuel, whereas a slightly more optimum altitude now for our setup. There we go, ZIBO 737 in all of its greatness. Like I said, I do like this aircraft. I've never had a problem with the ZIBO. Well, actually, minus the flight model, I've never had a flight issue with the ZIBO. But then, like I said, to solve that, I just don't use the Twixter model anymore. I've got a new one. Yeah, this green screen tool is sometimes a bit weird with the headset. So sometimes my head gets corrupt, sometimes it doesn't. I'm doing it in such a weird way as well because I don't actually have the full version of Chromacam. I'm using like a free trial version of it. So yeah, sometimes a pain to use. Controls looking good. Actually, there's no actual visibility from the ground here. It's actually quite cloudy, so he's probably somewhere over there. Whoops, in the mainland. Actually, some clouds go up ahead of us. I'm not sure about storms exactly, but I will turn on the weather radar just in case. Just in case. Of course, because the that's in chats, I can't actually click through it. So annoying sometimes, but hey. So we are now at cruising altitudes. Are we using the beta version? Yes, I am using... Whoops, should have closed that config door earlier. Yes, we are using the beta version 11.30. It's not come out yet. It doesn't come out until maybe early next year, because they still actually have to do the Vulkan update for it. This is just getting like the grounding for it, so that they can then put it in, say, December or January. But no one knows exactly when X-Plane 11.30 will be out. This is still a beta, and it will be for a couple more months. But can't deny, it's a good looking beta. I mean, some of these effects will need some tweaking. That will continue over the long run, but generally looks quite good. Here we go. So if you now make a left turn here, the banking, and then the contrails you see actually will like turn based on where we're heading. It's a very nice update, one I can't wait to see expand in the future. So that was the Tulip waypoint, and that will be basically our entry point into the Netherlands. Better updates the FSX. What do you mean by that? Oh, better updates than FSX. Yeah, basically because FSX hasn't seen an update in 13 years now. God, I remember when that simulator first came out, the hype around that, when I had FS 2004. My friend got FSX CD edition on the... Let me start again. I remember the hype around FSX when it first came out in 2006. One of my mates got it on CD, he got it on the disc, and installed it onto his laptop, while I was stuck with FS 2004 for a little while longer on my little CD setup. Actually, I don't think I got them in this room, it might be in my brother's room, the FSX and X-Men 11 discs. But, my little pride and joy down here, if I can find it, please. It'll be so awkward if I can't find it. Where is it? My little prize and joy I can't find anymore. City and Guilds, that's my qualifications for customer services. I don't think we're down here. Certainly will be the junk drawer. I need the padded envelopes. No, it's not. Okay, this is now a little awkward, slightly concerning for me. I got a computer a couple weeks ago, moved to X-Men 11. Yeah, a lot of people have seen the move to X-Men 11, especially in recent weeks. It's a good platform. It's a good platform. X-Men really have done well for themselves. Found it. It is at the bottom of the junk drawer, unfortunately. I've got damaged it. That would be very annoying. Yeah, that's just about alright. Just about alright. Let me just stick that there. And a few things that have fallen out. Back into there. I'm going to have to change the drawer for this. I don't know, clear this out one day. Here we go. Yeah, it's a little bit messed up, but a copy of FS98. It's in like a little original bag kind of thing. Unused. I have opened it. It has been opened, but it's still unused. The disc. But yeah, it's a little. It's quite a little fascinating thing. That. Just quickly turn off the lights 2 seconds. Maybe you guys can see it a little better. There we go. Yeah, copy of FS98. And with it, the original pilot's handbook. Which I absolutely love, because inside of it comes with charts, well, outdated charts. It's just not a light, because that's really getting onto the screen there. Outdated charts for all your favourite airports. That is so bad right now, you guys can basically not see it. So if I just go to webcam quickly and turn it off temporarily, the filter, not chroma key, it's crop. Not the crop, it's a chroma key. I want to... How am I going to do this? I know I'm going to do this. No, it's definitely going to be the green one. Is there a way I can turn this off? Yes there is, yes there is. I'm being stupid now. No, I want that one back. Oh, there you go, that's kind of done it. But no, if I just quickly go to webcam and change it to this. Gosh. One day I'll be able to show it for you. Webcam. There we go. There you go. Right, so this set up for... They get well together again. Yeah, so FS98. Weird name flight sim. Not really, because this is Microsoft Flight Simulator that released in 1998. That's the name of it. But yeah, that's the CD here. Inside, it's got the original disc for it. And then, of course, you've got your manual, your command keys on the back. The very front of it, you've then got your how to use it system. And then if I go to, say, the last page, which has the London charts for Heathrow. It's Japan, Japan again, Munich, Caribbean, London, there we go. So you've got your... This is a sectional, but a sectional chart for London in 1997, this would have been. And then you've got a couple airports diagrams, including Heathrow, with its third active runway. This runway was shut down in 2007 due to poor usage, but yes, you got all your London airports as well in here. I do love this. It's such a small little thing, but I've got so much fun with it. Well, at least reading it, because I've not actually used it. Like I said, it's still unused. Opened, but not used. And so somewhere I have then got an FSX disc and an FS 2004 disc. My webcam's actually gone frozen, hasn't it? In a very weird way. Yeah, you turn up the webcam. Yeah, my webcam's actually frozen there, hasn't it? Yeah, that works, kind of. It's a very bad setup. Then chroma cam, activate that with the background I want. There we go. Now we're back. What all payware do you have? Honest answer, pardon me. Honest answer, lots. 10 years of FSX meant that I've now accumulated a shelf full of disc copies of FSX add-ons, and I've got quite a few on my FS Pilot Shop account as well. And plus, since now I'm moving towards X-Plane 11, I've got a few payware on that. Plus, there are items I've reviewed in the past as well. So I got review copies of a lot of stuff as well. A lot is the answer you're looking for. Just see if I can get my shelf behind me to one of my drawers just disappear. Cause for some reason, what's no, I'm back anymore. Fair enough. And of course, having just come back from Sweden, my my horns won't go amiss. Yeah, it's not the best chroma tool in the world. One day, I'll invest in a green screen. One day. One day. I think I've abused the camera enough for one day, don't you agree? So 350, cruising no problem, a few clouds ahead of us, and that will then continue with for a little while. How do you have that sim? In short, because I believe you're using X Squawk Box for that sim, so it should just be a simple case of load up X Squawk Box, plug in the information. So you need your username or your CID, even your pilot ID, your CID, your PID, sorry, and your passwords. Then just plug in your aircraft types. Bear in mind that your passwords don't ever get to change. Make sure you're using the right passwords. That's a must-have. And yeah, there's a few things that you do need to remember when setting up your live stream. So your Squawk Box for Explain 11. I might do a video on it one day. We'll see how the time goes. Oh yes, if you like funny hats, then this one is my go-to. My captain's hats. Not exactly a captain for an airline though. Although again, there we go. That's kind of put it into view. Man, this chroma cam is rubbish. One day we'll have a stream dedicated to funny hats. One day, but not today. Me and my friend want to do flights in multiplayer. That sim's not so much for like your messing around multiplayer. Do be aware of that. That sim's a much more serious kind of platform. If you're doing a convoy flight or something, then fair enough. But if you're doing like an FSX Steam Edition kind of mess around flight, not the kind of place for it. It's not an Air Force proud kind of platform, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately. I mean, that's kind of what you want in that sim. You're realistic flying, but what can we say, really? So quite a weird flight path this has given us. Top of descent, however, is in about 300 nautical miles. 300 nautical miles. And like I said, after this flight, I'll then be doing a 717 flight and over an FSX. Because let's just say I'm kind of sick of X-Plane 11 now. I'm sick of seeing everything to do with it. It's so drawn out now. I think I'll go to my old beloved's 10-year platform for a little bit. But yeah, it's a good system, X-Plane. I've never had an issue with it. Well, I had issues with it at first, but the more I use it, the more I work on it, the less issues I have. That's why my camera's glitching out, because the lighting hasn't actually come on. There we go. Let's just adjust the lighting a bit as well, so that it's not going to like be too bright, but giving some colour to the skin. God, look, I've not actually seen the sun in years doing that. Yeah, that'll kind of do. The colour's a little bit off. I will tweak that at some point, but yeah, that will do for now. Yeah, at some point I should try and look into the 737 Liveries Interior, sorry, something I actually made for the ZIBO. I mean, I do fly the 737 a lot. I believe this one's based on the American Airlines interior. Don't quote me on that one, but I believe it is American Airlines. So, left hand coming up now. And that waypoint is Arnhem. Arnhem, left turn, and that'll be our basically direct heading to Poznan from that point on. A few more waypoints, but they're so minor the turns, it's not exactly much to hoot about. Yeah, this is no infinite flights. This explains a whole new world compared. I have one more of these Polish sweets, and I'll put them away for later. Galaret's car, milky toffee. What's this? This is something orange. I have one of these. Yeah, that's Galaret's again. Quite an interesting display, that. Very weird colours on my backup display there. Not sure if it's tripping or... Yeah, still functional. It's just looking very weird. And then co-pilot side, no one ever touches the co-pilot side. So that should be on standard altimeter, but nobody's ever done that in a long time. Always the captain's side. Yeah, the contrails in X-Plane 11 now look fantastic. I do really like them a lot. Yeah, contrails are white, puffy clouds, something they should have been from the get-go. So this is the view of them from the sky. You can just about see them in the cloud layer there. And then my aircraft is somewhere over there from the ground. This is exactly what an aircraft looks like from the ground. Don't question it. This is the new Boeing 797 double-decker aircraft. Don't question it, guys. This is exactly what it is. No, it's a Boeing, not an Airbus, because of the shape of the windows over there, and the fact that the upper deck is level to the thing. If I have time to do a test stream, definitely go for it. Let me know when it is. Ping me a message on Instagram or something, and I'll definitely tune in for it. I'll give it a watch. So, have you learned startup checklists and everything, or are you still struggling a bit? God, I'm getting blinded by the light there. Well, I'm not getting blinded, but the guy on the bottom of the screen there, the bit you're looking at, just me right there. A very bright light sometimes. It just gets brighter and brighter ever so slowly. A bit, but getting used to. Yeah, it'll take a little while to get used to. It took me about 2 weeks to learn the PMDG 737, and after I learned the PMDG, then a lot of it was transferable to the ZIBO. But even then, I was still making a fair few mistakes until quite recently, so... Even now, I'm not exactly perfect. I do make so many operational errors. My license should have been revoked long ago, but that's the thing about a flight simulator. It's not serious, it's just fun. Fair enough, there are serious networks out there, but for the most part, it's all meant to be fun. Well, my frame rate's actually taking a massive hit now. Not a good sign. Not a very good sign. The downside of a low frame rate in X-Plane is that... Ooh, is that another aircraft over there? I'll show that in a second. But that's it. The downside of a low frame rate in X-Plane is that it means your actual simulator physically slows down. So low 20 FPS, your sim slows like by 50%. So it's not something you really want to be at, and it's stuff that I'm still struggling with to this day, trying to fix up. Now I want to sit on the co-pilot seat quickly. Do the controls not appear from the interior view? I mean, that kind of makes sense, I guess, from a frame rate point of view, but there is a contrail there over the distance. I don't quite know what from, though. Is that another airplane? I don't know, honestly. And that's why I want to try and get an answer to it at some point, because that's quite cool, actually. Yeah, staying in the exterior view, my frame rate goes up to normal, so it's still on the outside for a little while. But hope that it's not going to cause too much of a issue for me in the long run as we cruise. Yeah, I thought that I wasn't going too fast since departure. We're only just about to enter Germany for the first time. There is a who are you? An A330 at flight level 320 just below me. We are just about to cross paths, but I don't actually have any visuals on him, and he's not appearing on my PFD there. Yeah, I'm fairly sure he'd probably pass at this point, so... Sometimes traffic seems to work in X-Plane, sometimes it doesn't. It's not like FSX, unfortunately, where you have like the actual right-click sets view to AI aircrafts, but yeah, something I hope maybe we'll see one day in the future. Thank you for following on Twitch, MainDoor2003, much appreciated. Thank you very much. Yes, the fact I'm in the cockpit, the frame rate does take a slight beating. It's not too terrible. Yeah, something does cause a little pain in the cockpit, unfortunately. Not quite sure what it would be though. To zoom in a bit, like get the cockpit out of view, it does slightly improve, but something in the cockpit causes the lagging. I'm not quite sure what exactly. I don't think it'll be the textures. Might be the anti-aliasing? Let's give that a go, shall we? Frame rate goes up by 1 frame, so it wasn't really anti-aliasing, and now it kind of looks a bit ugly, the cockpit. But if it does improve things, we'll keep it for now. What else could we do? Maybe to try and increase the frame slightly. Don't think the visual effects have that much of a grasp on it. No, there's no difference whatsoever. Yeah, please restart X-Plane to apply change. Oh, naturally this thing. So if I do that, update my rendering settings. Hope it shouldn't take too long. But again, on the ground, like Stansted, so that's UK 2000 scenery plus Orbex Autogen, whatever, the frame rates stick about 30. I don't get what's it with cruise that causes this simulator to lag. Maybe it's like a memory thing, but being a 64-bit program shouldn't be memory based. Shouldn't be memory based. But something obviously causes a slight delay. And it's not the nicest in the world. It does just lead to a few moments of lag. Who's active frequency in Finland right now? Yeah, there's a centre in Finland. So if I do log into that flight later, Good chance I actually have a controller from Stockholm to Helsinki. That'd be quite good to have. Anyways, X-Plane's now updating to actual rendering settings. Hope that doesn't take too long. Hope that's not a long process. Why can no simulator build a decent UI? There we go, finishing asynchronous loading. With Sims, you have to get... Ooh, there we go. Frame rates at 24 frames. Okay, that'll do me. Particle effect's still there. And it's not looking terrible. I don't think that will work now about restarting the X-Plane, so we'll leave it at that for now. It's not looking terrible. I'll survive it for now. I'll survive it for now. Yeah, 23 frames per second, 22, 24. It does jump about a bit, but it doesn't go below 20, which is the main thing for me. If I can stick it to that, I'm happy. Yeah, 26, 27 at times, so actually isn't that bad at all. So, how are you guys doing right now watching the stream? All good, all bad, anything you want me to do? Anything to make it more exciting, I guess? Again, I do this kind of stuff because you guys enjoy watching it, otherwise I wouldn't really be doing it, so, yeah, that's the main reason to do these streams. I mean, I enjoy flying, I've enjoyed doing this for a while. You guys, I'm fairly sure, enjoy watching this. And so, let's continue as we are. Ooh, that's the focus there. Yeah, the webcam setup. I should look into a new web... Well, actually, the webcam's fine. I've borrowed an old Microsoft Livecam. Quite a decent one as that. Something like 60, 70 quid worth of webcam this. So, that I've had in the house laying around for years. Nobody's touched it in a while. So, I decided to grab it out of the cupboard. And then for the green screen, again, I'm just using Chroma Cam because I don't actually have a proper green screen. Ooh, frame rates actually jumps down a bit. What's it at now? See what I mean? The frame rate just doesn't seem to hold. I don't know what causes it. I mean, on the high-end system, it should be alright, but on my one, which is fairly medium range, one or two things do come out of the ordinary, and it's annoying more than anything, really. See if there's any way I can try and save up some GPU space outside of the simulator, but there's not much I can really think of that does that. Bear in mind, I don't actually know what causes it in the first place. If I knew a cause, I could then do a solution. my one benefit for FSX, I would say, is that even if you're at 10 frames per second, which sometimes does happen, while the sim may not be known for its high speed and whatnot, at least it doesn't slow you down at 20 frames per second. You could be flying at 3 frames, but your flying would be exactly the same as if nothing ever happens. My one benefit for FSX is that, yes, it may not be a fast running system, but at least it's optimised for slow speed. I mean, as Philip from ML Research actually explained to me at the Flight Sim show, the only reason X-Plane does that was to get FAA certification. The FAA, I'm not sure how it works exactly, but some requirements in there where it says that below 20 frames per second you need to slow down the simulator. Maybe it's relative to like how you're handling or whatnot, reaction times and such, but something in there, Philip explained, which was an FAA cause to why it needs to happen. Maybe I'll look into it more at some point in the future. There you go, bell went off there for some reason. Probably a passenger signaling to the flight attendants. And how far are we from the top of the descent? 160 nautical miles now. According to FlyLive, there's no active frequencies in Poland right now. Hopefully that is to stay. I'm very much hoping that, who's flying a 747 from Helsinki to Turku? Is there like an event going on in that's in Finland where... Actually, I might ask, is there an event in that's in Finland right now where people are flying Vantaa to Turku? I see no reason why anyone would ever fly that route, especially in Finland. I mean, I like Finland. You guys should know that by now, but I've never seen this many people in Finland at once. There are 3 aircraft flying through it. 3 aircraft, and there's an active tower there. That has not happened in a long time. So if there's any active events in Finland right now, then when I do my stock to Vantaa flight later on, it could be my first time in that country with an active tower, which would be a bit of a fascinating way to do it, actually. I mean, I've done a few Finland flights on Vatsim before. I think I did one in Solis, one in Solis, when it was like in beta, testing out. I did it from Rovaniemi to Lappeenranta. I then did Heathrow to Vantaa, and then Vantaa to Heathrow, so my 2 trips when I went to Finland. And then on one occasion, I then did Helsinki to Lappeenranta, although that one, I think, was not on Vatsim. That one was offline, just before I started Vatsim, like, completely. That was a little while ago now, but, yeah. Definitely a interesting one to get an actual active frequency over there. Aircraft to my right, 1,000 feet below me, sorry, above me. And he'll be about 15 nautical miles to that side somewhere. and he will be a... Oh, okay, unless that's... Whoops. Ooh, is my system frozen? Are we back? Are we back? Ooh. Gosh, weather's... Let me reset my webcam quickly. I have no idea what just happened there, but obviously something on Project Fly, my sim actually, my entire system just froze. I don't know why it did that, but apologies for that. Unfortunately, those on X-Plane, the stream would have appeared to have ended. Hopefully you guys will come back. YouTube, however, is generally quite good at like continuation. That is annoying. Right, we'll continue as is. Frame rate's taking a beating because of new clouds. Yes, down to about 21 to 19, so for now it should be alright. I hope the weather dies down a bit, but those clouds came out of nowhere. Yeah, nobody answered my that's in Finland question, unfortunately. What a shame. No idea if anyone's flying from Vantage to tour recordings and events. Also, the view from the wing looks quite nice with the high altitude clouds. How about the other side? Anything interesting from that? Yeah, unfortunately, because if I go any closer, you hear the outside of the aeroplane, which just completely kills the immersion, so you have to go a little bit further away from the window just to get the actual proper interior sound. That's maybe as close as we can get, unfortunately. And then there we go, the clouds do kind of die down just in front of us. Yeah, 160 nautical miles to go. We are currently over Germany, about midway through Germany. And then, oh boy, here we go again. Right, I'm just going to minimise Project Fly now because it genuinely is just killing my system right now. Yeah, it's about midway through Germany, and Poznan being on the west side of the country, Poland, it means that our descent won't be too far away. It's not like Rzeszów, which is like the other end of Poland, so it requires basically for us to fly through a third country in total. But yeah, we should be alright. Anyways, I now need to quickly pop to the loo, so I'll be back in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. And there we go, I am back. Check the frames. Yeah, they're keeping up this time. They are keeping up. Not perfect, but it'll do. Yeah, this sim does look rather spectacular at times. It really does. I mean, the sun is setting right now over this part of the world, so when it does come into land, I might need to get some backlighting involved in this aircraft as well. Just some panel lighting to keep the aircraft up. I believe it'll be runway 28 at Poznan. Yeah, on runway 28. We have an RNAV or a VDM. Yeah, I'll go for an ILS, just go for a standard one today. 4 waypoints to go, 25, 104, 84. In fact, while we're up here, I mean, we're not too far now from our arrival, so if we just program that now quickly. So it'll be an ILS 28 on the Kelod Adlet. There's a Kelo 3 Victor here. Make sure it all connects up. So fine, so execute that. And yeah, it'll be runway 28's arrival today. And that we can also plug into our arrival route approach reference as well. So plug that in. And be 110.30, 283, but not just yet, without in a couple of minutes, just when we are actually at the top of descent. That way, when it comes to the ILS line, the runway, we can do that in good time. And then it should be a rather manual landing today. I don't think I have any needs to do an automatic one. Weather shouldn't be too bad actually. Let's have a look, shall we? WX Poznan. Winds are 0-1 at 1 knots. Yeah, so 1 knot winds at a very slight crosswind. It's even more of a headwind than that. So I've got no issues with the weather today. Visibility is clear, or at least is it clear? Oh no, it's overcast. Overcast is 001, 100 feet. Okay, so it actually might be a Cat 1 weather. That's okay. We're going to use a ILS approach for today. Yeah, overcast is 001. Winds are fine, but it is cloudy. Story of my life. Let's hope the aircraft actually has got the proper ILS as well, because I know sometimes the auto land in a ZIBO, half the time it works, half the time it doesn't. When I did my Stockholm Arlanda flights, sorry, it wasn't Arlanda, it was Skavsta. When I did my Skavsta flights last weekend, yeah, my landing in Stockholm was just like that, and it took me to completely yank back on the stick last second, stop the aircraft from slamming into the ground, because obviously it wasn't working at the time. Yes, it's a beta, so I do need to bear in mind that it's not actually like maybe fully systems working yet, but there's always one or two things you need to keep an eye out for in X-Plane. But yeah, it's like we'll be doing a more of a computer guided approach today. Croatia just scored. England 1-0 down. So annoying that. So annoying. But what can I say, really? Come on, England. Southgate, don't let us down. Rooney just retired. Don't collapse the England team just because of that. No, I am a bit of a football fan myself. Well, I'm sure I've talked about it in a couple of streams in the past. that's even worse. Nope, my hair's a mess right now. I'm going to get a cut at some point. My hair will be cut soon, so it doesn't look so terribly wonky at one side. It's a mess. Almost a 1980s mop head, that. It'll do for now. It'll do. There we go. I'll survive with that. Fuel lights comes on, which means the centre fuel tanks is now empty. We are just on the left and right tank for the remainder of the flights. That was quite late actually to turn it off. It's quite late. I'm hoping that fuel burn won't be too heavy when we come into land. I'll check the weights just before we land as well. I need to remember that. Top of descent in about 100 nautical miles, just over 100 nautical miles to go. Our arrival is estimated in 37 minutes. 37 minutes for arrival. Welcome back, Goran. How are you doing? So actually we'll check as well. So it's down to 1030, 283, and altitude we will need to be at 3000 for the intercept. You're 028, 388, 338. So it's be at 3000 for the ILS intercept. I'll set that in a moment. And again it'll be 110.30. So in fact if I just quickly put 3000 there for now, because that shouldn't get affected in any way until top of descent. I'm fine. Just prepare the aircraft for landing, which will be in about 40 minutes. Right, so altitude has been set. And now it's just the frequencies I need to program into the aircraft once we do come in. I better hope that yeah, that's spoilers at least. And reverse thrust should be that plus that, I think. Let me check my controls for keyboards. F2. Throttle up a bit. No, no way. Hang on, was it F1 maybe? Throttle down. Yeah, F2 needs to be reverse thrust hold at max. Okay. And then joystick. Also the same for that one, reverse hold thrust at max, number 1. Gosh, I hope that's not just for number 1 engine, because there's 8 engines there. Toggle thrust, hold, no, that's what I wanted, sorry, apply. I don't want just the 1 engine reverse thrust, I want all of them. Right, so you see my ETA there at 15:54, and then I did promise at 4 PM I'd do a 717 flight as well. I'm going to delay it back to 4:30, so if you guys are interested in seeing me fly the TFDI Design 717, yeah, CFDI not TDS, TFDI Design 717 later on as well, I'll be doing that flights from Stockholm, Arlanda, in a Blue 1 livery to Helsinki Vanta, so that'll come later on. That'll be an FSX, so different platform, no VAMSIS. I might try and squeeze in FS passengers if I can. No promises though, because I need to try and find some Blue 1 sound. This is a friendly reminder that Unicom is only to be used to report positions and intentions of control airspace. Please use .chat. Who is the supervisor? Tom Sup. .chat Tom_Sup. Is there an event in Finland right now? I hope that works. Otherwise, that looks quite stupid. We'll see. We'll see. So now there is a private message function out there for V pilots, but not sure how it works in Squawkbox. V pilot, I should be fair, probably prefer as a console to Squawkbox, but Squawkbox does mean I don't have to tab out the simulator to actually communicate with ATC, so it has its benefits, definitely. But I think that's just down to X-Plane being the better platform when it comes to VATSIM and stuff like that. I mean, as everyone knows, with FSX, in order to communicate with Tower, you have to tab out onto V pilots, and then communicate with them, which means that you're not actually in the flight simulator platform anymore. And that means all the sounds like just cut off completely. X-Plane 11, you can listen to people chat while staying within the simulator, so there are things it does better. There are things it does better for sure. Anyways, hello. Welcome to VATSIM, guys. It's a joke. It's a joke. Also, just trying to position my webcam my microphone a bit, so that it's a little bit more on screen as well, just to make life a bit easier. I'm still getting used to this webcam. I'm not exactly a webcam streamer yet. I definitely don't have a face for webcam, but yeah, it's something just to stick in the bottom corner of the screen, just to bring some life into the platform. Show that I am a real person. I am behind the screen. I don't just start a stream and run off halfway through it. Yeah, obviously the supervisor didn't want to respond to my message. Does anyone know if there's a... Does anyone know if there's an event in Finland right now on VATSIM? Can somebody please have a look? Right, sun is setting, so I will now set some lighting on the panels. I don't know if the whoops, oh god, don't freeze on me, Sim, there we go. Yeah, I don't know if the actual floodlights work as they should, because it's again a buggy mess. But as long as I can get the actual panel lights up, that's fine. That's all fine, that's all fine. Displays, so I need a bit of lighting in displays. It's a little bit of backlights, shouldn't be shouldn't cause too much extra hassle, possibly. I don't know, I think this is right as they go anyway. Alright, so floodlight won't use, and then the panel brightness goes there. But the floodlights doesn't really do anything. Right, top of the descent, 80 nautical miles. 80 miles to go. Just going to move the chat ever so slightly so that it's not like too massive on the screen, and not too small that you guys can't read it either. Sometimes I feel that's a little bit too big, and you guys want to, you mainly want to see the actual stream video than just a little chat box at the top of the screen. So hopefully that's a little bit nicer. Ooh, I just realised my webcam's actually slightly squashed at the bottom of this one. Unlock the webcam slightly. Shout out the webcam adjustment as well. I've never realised that I actually appear ever slightly squashed, like squished, in the video. I'm just there. Whoops. Okay. For some reason I can't show you my phone screen or paper or anything on the webcam. It's just my face the whole time. But yeah, I've never realised how out of scale sometimes this can be. Yeah, it's a little bit too big. Yeah, that's much better. That's a more true to life representation of what it actually looked like. Make sure I do that to the other cameras as well quickly. So webcam, game. Yes, that's squash me. That's real me. Squash me needs to go up a bit. Webcam goes at the top. And unlock that just to stretch it out a bit. There we go. And then same for desktop. A little bit more. There you go. That's much better. Much better already. And hopefully the sizes shouldn't also be too bad. Yeah, I can still read chat, no problem. If required though, let's make it tiny bit bigger then, just so that you guys can be sure to read it. So there we go. Yeah, found me on the Drawyah map. I'm sure you would have done, because I am on a Virtual Ryanair right now. Most of my flights use Virtual Airlines of some sort. Ones that don't, almost certainly on FS passengers at the very least. And yeah, looks like it will be a nighttime landing for us tonight. That's always fine. And then my 717 flight later on will just be in nighttime completely. Perfect. I mean, I'm not actually listening to any music or anything, because if I was, you guys would be able to hear it, but I'm just trying to kill some time, basically. Nah, if I was playing some music, it'd just go, copyright strike, video down, no one will ever see it again kind of thing. Although one thing I do want to check quickly on the live dashboard. Yeah, stream live, stream health is green. Oh, stream health is yet orange, amber. Ooh, that's not a great sign, unfortunately. It's not experiencing some minor issues. You guys tell me, are you guys experiencing any like small lagging issues on stream right now? Is it all fine? Because apparently I've got a amber warning saying that while it's still live, not everyone's experiencing the best quality right now, which is slightly annoying, slightly a shame even. Likewise, how's the volume as well? Because I know the volume have been changed as well slightly. It's not the same as it normally is, so hopefully it's not too bad as well on that. Again, you guys are the judge. You tell me, how's the volume, how's the quality, how's everything looking so far? How's that looking now? Is there a much today events today? There's normally events like every once in a while on the Virtual Ryanair world, so don't you worry about it. There are some most of the time basically, and we get basically just bonus points whenever you do fly. So yes, there are some, not always though. thank you for hosting Infinite Flight 1. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. And thank you for following as well. Thank you very much, man. Much appreciated. Let's activate that as panel. Hang on, if I was to delete that. No, I didn't want to do that. I want to do. What have I done? Soundless, that's it. Install that. It hasn't deleted all my sounds I've uploaded as well. If it has, I'd have to reset it all. Yeah, just messing around with Twitch a bit as well, just get that one all up to date and whatnot. Yeah, I can understand if it's being a little bit slow. Yep, well, Stream Infinite Flight 1, how you doing today? Much appreciated again for the follow and the hosting. Right, so top percent, 40 nautical miles, aircraft to my left somewhere. Not going to cause any concern for me. So in a moment or so I will then set the frequency again to what I was doing last time, so something like 110.3, and the headings are set up as well, and that means the aircraft will then start its descent. Weather, I'm expecting it to still be a little overcast, although if all goes to plan, hopefully things will clear up a bit. But again, that just comes down to how the actual descent, sorry, will even be. Do you have time to watch all my videos on YouTube? Infinite underscore flight. One. Let's have a look, shall we? Let's have a look. Where's your channel? What's the name of your channel on YouTube? I don't seem to be able to see it right now. Unless you're Infinite Flight Multiplayer. But I don't think you are. Put me a link to it and I'll have to check it out. Let's have a look, shall we? 19 minutes long. I put SpongeBob's best day ever over plane incidents. I mean, I'm not sure what you're trying to get at here, other than trying to get some humour out of the death of people. I mean, most of these videos people were killed in them, so I'm not quite sure what exactly you want to do with that. Yeah, Air France A320 crash killed about three people, 2 of them children. Oh, thank goodness England scored. England 1, Croatia 1. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it, I'm afraid. I'm not a fan of it. You've got a Roblox video, and then you've got a couple of videos where you recreate crashes from real world. Not a fan of it, I'm afraid. Not a fan of it. What do I use to create the thumbnails for my channel? PowerPoints, if I'm going to be totally honest with you. I use PowerPoints to create my thumbnails. Basically, I needed a quick template I could put together in 5 minutes, where all I need to do is stick in an image, save it, upload it. And the quickest way of doing it, as I found out, was using Microsoft PowerPoint 2007, which I already owned. So I've got like a slideshow of 20 different like game logos on the top. There you go, and now it's yeah, that just made me jump for a second. I thought, I just had a click and I sounded like the aircraft shut down a second. No, both engines still active, and fuel is plenty. Yes, I use PowerPoint, stick in an image, stick in a logo, and it's perfect to go. Change the name. There are better ways of doing it, obviously. I mean, there's like Paint.net, which I used for a long time, which was just change the image on the thumbnail, put a template in, and even Photoshop as well. I own Photoshop, but as I say, yeah, I also use Photoshop to edit some logos as well, some thumbnails, sorry. Different programs depending on the situation, mainly. Yeah, I've already checked out some of the thumbnails for your videos already, Infinite Flight 1. You created the 747 crash in, not Santa Monica, the one that killed like 500 people. You created, yeah, I've seen your channel username, I'm not too interested, I'm afraid. I mean, most of your videos were just recreating real-world plane crashes, which, within the flight sim community at least, is not the most, not really what we want to see, basically. Wow, my webcam just froze there in some rather interesting position. Let me just quickly kick it up again. Kind of. There we go. Good old chroma cam. It has its bugs, but I've not had an issue with it too much. Yeah, sun has now set. It will be a nighttime landing over the is that people talking? Not bad. A little bit of detail there I've never even realised before. As we're now at top of descent, aircraft is descending. So if I plug in 110.3 into the frequencies, and then it's 283 on the course. Two eight three. Right, now top of descent, and we'll start bringing the aircraft down. And then Poznan itself is only about, what's that, 80 nautical miles away? I think that says 80. Yeah, 80 nautical miles away. But then we've also got to loop the aircraft around before coming into land again. Okay, passing through 30,000. Actually, might as well put in the that's in chat as well. Just make sure I haven't stopped stream by accident. Descending flight level 350 to 3000. Expecting runway 28. Approach. Runway 28 approach. Echo Papa Papa Oscar. I think it's for educational purposes only, not for fun, which I think you're not noticing. That SpongeBob one I admit was wrong, but still others are serious. Serious or not, I mean, Infinite Flights themselves as a community, from what I know, because again, I'm not exactly the I'm not exactly the advocate for Infinite Flight. I'm not really this platform ever really, but I know with speaking to their developers and whatnot, the Flight Sim show, they're more for their like more fun flying, they're more fun community, and their multiplayer flying. Not so much their flying the 747 into a building kind of thing, killing 700 people. And for the Flight Sim community as a whole, we're more for our flying rather than crashing. Yes, do we have our emergencies? Yes, there's stuff like FS passengers and random failures that do happen, but we're not so much here to kind of like blow that up. We're mainly here just to enjoy the flight kind of thing. So while you're doing, fair enough, you might enjoy what you're doing, but it's not something that the majority of the community will agree with. I'm just going to say it at that. I've had looks at my videos, don't worry. I checked out the first video, wasn't too keen on it, which you have removed then. But like I said, I saw your just watched your 747 one as well, and I think you had a Captain Sullenberger one as well. The was it United Airlines? Yeah, United Airlines A320 that's crashed into the Hudson. Yeah, not my piece of cake, just to say the least. I'm sure there are others out there who will take an interest in it, but it's not me personally. Gosh, throttle up is yeah, throttles and whatnot being adjusted for. Oh, thank goodness for that. 2-0 England, sorry, 2-1 England Croatia. We're in the lead finally. We needed that win. I mean, last game was a goalless draw, plus the World Cup semi-final. I mean, Croatia beating England 2-1 to make it to the final. God, that World Cup was too good to be true. We were so close to the final, but threw it away in extra time. So disappointed. To be fair, we only played well in that game for like the first 5 minutes. The rest of it, we were poor, unfortunately. So, Croatia were the team that kind of deserves to go to the final after that show. But so close yet so far, unfortunately. Even with our supposedly easier run to the final. Yeah, I'm hoping with this version of the ZIBO 737, we will connect onto the ILS. When I flew to Stansted from, I think it was Dublin, on Friday night, I did have a slight issue. With their, like, actual establishing the localizer, but I'm hoping that's like a one-off issue. Maybe I set something up wrong myself. But it doesn't look hopeful, unfortunately, right now. The way the things are like, there we go. At least on the, no, actually no, I've got that as well. That's the wind speed. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Well, all the flights in community I know are trying to help me grow my channel. Let's see that in YouTube again. I mean, fair enough, you are still growing, I'll give you that, but at this point in time, you have 8 subscribers. That 747 into a building was an example. I'm saying 8 subscribers, 262 views. There's a lot more in the Flight Sim community than that. Do check out a few of the Discord groups as well, see what they say, because those are doing like the goods. Yeah, I think the is this still live? I don't know anymore. Yeah, as I was saying, so yeah, 662 views, 8 subscribers. Fair enough. Like, yes, you are still growing, but there's a lot more to the Flight Sim community than just 8 people. You check out a few Discord groups and whatnot. There are communities out there which you could probably put your few video links onto, but there's a lot more to it than just that. Anyways, passing through flight level 220, and we'll soon start setting ourselves up for a landing. Yeah, I'm sure cut off as well, but yeah, the 747 into a building, which is an example. Nothing actually you've recorded. I'm just saying it for the sake of it. Right. Okay, weather updates. There's fog. VV001. So there is fog, but it's not overcast anymore at least. But visibility won't be the greatest, I'm afraid. Oh yeah, it's night time now, so logo light comes on. Although unfortunately doesn't work, so we can see the yeah, if you look at the rear wings, it's got the very bright bulb there. If I turn it off, the bulb will have disappeared. Contacts me on 12545. There is now a Polish centre with someone. Yeah, Warsaw Centre. Whoops. There is now a Warsaw Centre. Who's asked me to tune in? So was it 12545? Was it? Shows online. 125.45. 125.45. Okay, so the voice room. Good afternoon, Warsaw Centre. This is Ryanair 31 Romeo Tango with you at flight level 190. 4507. Squawk 4507 for Ryanair 31 Romeo Tango. I have 3 people watching me on Twitch. I've got another 3 people on YouTube. And during takeoffs and landings, you do get a few more viewers. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm the biggest diver. I have made some mistakes in the past as well on this channel. I'm not going to deny that. I'm just giving you... cleared through 170 on the KL arrival for runway 28 into Poznan for Ryanair 31 Romeo Tango. Yes, I'd say I'm not the biggest channel myself either. 110 for 31 Romeo Tango. I'm not the biggest, but hey. We all grow from somewhere, and if you want to do it through that, then that's down to you, I guess. Alright, so continue our descent. Might as well put my copy of FS98 as well, since I am now coming into descent. I'll just put you back into my draw. Drop. Again, now continue our approach. So, we've been cleared to 11,000. ILS is not yet connected. At least not yeah, connected. Despite the fact it has been set up. Glide slope on 133.238. Yeah, 110.30, 110.30, 110.30, 238, 283, 283, 283. Just hope it actually works for once. If not, I'll try and download a older version of ZIBO, one that I know does work, just to keep it going. So, passing through flight level 120 now, 12,000. Landing, I'd say, in 10 minutes. 10 minutes, yeah. Cabin crew, 10 minutes to landing, 10 minutes to landing. And then they talk their final chat over ATC. Right, so we're going to be at 11,000. We'll then get our next instructions from ATC. Yeah, one would hope I'd be at least connected via ILS at this point. Let's see.
Yes, it's correct. Thank you. So, click control when ready to set level 120 to show and book up.
100 descent to 1 is 2
Set auto braking to 2 for this runway. Runway length at Poznan is... It's not me yet. Runway is 8,232 feet. Yeah, something just bugged out there. Welcome to stream TXM Gamer. How you doing today? What's the altitude? 1,000 by next waypoint. Oh yeah, that's fine then. 10,000 for next waypoint. So we should again still get some sensing clearance at some point soon from ATC, and he also gave me the land clearance into Poznan. So remember, 10,000 feet, land lights go on. Then I need to make sure I'm established. Take it into manual landing. depending on the weather.
1026, expect pilot approach runway 28.
Could be better. You, I've not been too bad. I've not been too bad. Hope things get better for you, man.
Ryanair 31 on the Tango, descend 7000 feet, 1026, expect pilot approach runway 8.
Down to 7,000, next flight's approach for ILS runway 28 into Poznan Ryanair 31 Romeo Tango. Yeah, QH 1026. So turn off standard, down to 10, up, sorry, to 1026. There you go, down to descend. Spoilers armed, we probably will need the drag. Since we're about to pass 10,000, as a result, the aircraft will need to slow down. Then lights on. Passing through 10,000. Flaps down 1.
Proceed direct Drawyah intersection, Romeo Echo Golf 9. Direct Drawyah intersection.
Start up the AP for landing. So that comes down and hold starts.
Ryanair 31 Romeo Tango, stand 5,000 feet. QNH 1026, and after Arbir, clear the ILS approach runway 28, report when established, number 1.
Down to 5,000 and reports when established. QNH 1026 for Ryanair 31 Romeo Tango. So down to 5,000 and reports when established. Problem is, I don't know if I'm actually going to get established because the thing doesn't align. At least it doesn't show it's aligned. I'm hoping it's working. I'm praying it's working. I mean, normally I get an indication to say that how far I am from the runway. But right now, I've got none of that. Altitude disagree. Ah, right. Hang on. Boy, I've not set up the thing for that.
Descend 6,063 and expect ILS 25 not behind.
Boy, it's that one, is it? No, I only set the hang on, chop. There we go. We use the night vision goggles just so I can see it properly. 1026 on the co-pilot sides. There we go. Altitude no longer disagrees.
said 130 meters to go for runway 25. Speed 067, expect direct approach runway 25. You are number 3 at the tower. Expect direct 25.
Yeah, winds are a little bit strong and gusting.
Sierra Juliet Alpha Hotel, breakfast runway there. Na wrotu z tego zaprowadzonym strategicznym wyzwaniem wyzwaniem 2000 stóp QNH 102. Zgłoś krótko przed ekspekt. Pozwolenie na dostęp do Rukatowic 2004 X-ray nie wyżej niż 2000.
And I will bring it down to 3000 for the top of the glide slope, just to be a little bit more sure with my approach. We're at 6,000, I should be at 5,000 at this stage, so there's a bit of spoilers. Go. Yeah, the ILS is not aligning, unfortunately. There's no VOR, no DME. This has been set up correctly. So I'm not particularly sure why it's not doing that, unless there's an actual issue with the aircraft itself, which unfortunately is likely, being this the beta. Yeah, no ground lighting means that there are clouds below us as well. In fact, if I were to do that, we'd kind of see some of the clouds from the cockpit. Oh no, we got it. We got it. Poznan 282, DME 15.8. Okay, it was late, but we got it. Right, so that's always good. I will now announce when I'm established on a localizer.
Please copy your clearance to practice Mama. To clear to practice Mama via 502 runway 13.
Slow the flaps and go to load the landing gear for our final.
Climb initial flight level 100. Squawk 4511. Fisher 011
So I will set up for the auto landing again. That is the dual autopilots for approach, and then just hope that it all goes to plan for this one. Two more notches of flaps to go. Okay, 5 nautical miles until established.
As we go.
Rotate 1 Alpha, yes, after Kukam to Delta.
So APU is now turned on. We'll bring that power on once we land. Otherwise, everything else on the overhead panel seems to be fine for me. All I need to do is bring the aircraft down. In this weather, it should be a bit of fun, but let's see how that goes, shall we? And the throttle's to about the level of where it is right now, so that when it comes to turning off the auto throttle, I can then just set that up. So now short final, landing in about 5 minutes.
Road 18 Alpha, descend, flight level 120, recover, book up.
Right, we'll just let him do his bit and then we'll stick him. Ryanair 3 Romeo Tango is established. Right, autopilot 2 on, approach set.
Na zejście z lewego kręgu na 27, zgłoszenie postęp kierowca Drawyah Alpha, dzięki.
Ryanair 3 Romeo Tango is established on localizer. Gear down. Clear to land, Ryanair 3 Romeo Tango. So, got a landing clearance. Now on the glide slope. Autopilot will bring the aircraft down, possibly the entire way. We'll have to see. Glides flaps down to 30. That is what we're setting for landing so far. In fact, we use 40 degrees of flaps. Just because I do want to bear in mind that the weather is not great right now. Do you want to give the aircraft just that amount of time to slow itself down before landing? So flaps down 40 degrees, maximum flaps. And I'll keep the aircraft going for a little bit longer. There you go, now inside the cloud layer. Okay, that's for 5 miles out. Single channel, should be dual. Oh, okay. That's fine, single channel's fine. There you go, land 3, cat 3 sets. So, we are now on auto land. This aircraft should guide us in. After that, coming up to the bottom of the cloud layer now. Runway though, not yet in sight. In fact, there's absolutely no lighting whatsoever right now.
400.
Here we go. I hope.
300. 200.
Ooh, yeah, right there.
100. 50, 40, 30, 1, 10.
Cool. Talk about auto land. That was horrible. 80 knots. Reverse thrust cut. What just happened? We actually come to a halt right now. Come on, thrust up a bit. Yeah, 713 feet. We landed on time, so the jingle's out the back, but, man, that may have been up there, one of my worst landings. Not bad. Landed with a rate of 562! That is horrible. And don't sugarcoat it, Project Flybot. That was a 700 feet per minute landing. This one's definitely getting rejected on my, Virtual Ryanair. Anyways, power on the APU, landing lights come off, tax lights on, packs come off. So taxi down to parking, and then finalise that flight. Right, flaps come up. Yeah, 719 feet per minute. Is there also Poznan? Nobody right now. Poznan traffic seems quite clear. So there's the terminal. There's no aircraft here. So park the aircraft up. Oh no, there's a Ryanair right there. 38 Golf Romeo. Another Ryanair here at Poznan right now.
Poprosimy o pełne lądowanie na bazie 27. Stawa hotelowej, dziękuję za wolne podejście z lewego kręgu do pasa 27, zgłoś prosto.
Parking brakes set. And engines cut off. Taxi light comes off. APU stays on for a little bit longer. Dome lights don't work, so if I were to flick that on, they do absolutely nothing. Actually, if I turn that off, yeah, that's not going to do anything either. But, yeah, there we are. Welcome to Poznan. I mean, like I said, that was a atrocious landing, I have to say. The Cat 3 setting was made. It did obviously say the landing 3 on the PFD. But, yeah, obviously not 100% sure if it fully activated, to say the least. But there we go. The ground. Is that a car behind me? Not even a ground vehicle. That's just a car. I don't know. We made it. We made it. Alright, so yeah, fuel lights come on since we're actually off the right hand side fuel tanks now. And TCAS comes off. We'll then choose tune 1 to 2.8, which means we'll be leaving the active frequency, so that means we don't have the guy talking to us anymore in the background. So yeah. That's next from that's it. Let's go through the replays of that one. So the replay modes. Bring it back 3 hours 10 minutes. Okay, I was a bit longer than 1 hour 45 I was expecting. No, I don't want that far. I just want the final ascent and landing really. Oh, there we go. 1,300. 1,000 to go. There we go. So this is the passenger side view of my final into Poznan. Top of the screen there. My head's been cut off a bit, isn't it? Top of the screen, you can see a bit more like stats from the like altitude and whatnot, speeds, everything you need to know. Yeah, all looks so fine. 18 feet per minute, I'll take that one. Whoops. Finish. File pirate, yeah. Got a feeling that one will be rejected, and I forgot to do it for this one as well. Stats. Complete flights. That landing though, where is the stat again for this one? Landing rate 18 feet per minute. Okay. Project's flight has just gone and done that for me. Let's have a look. Hang on, desktop. Landing at 18 feet per minute. Let's just all pretend that actually happened, shall we? So I'm quite happy with that. So here we go. Here comes landing. Ooh. Ouch. A passenger. I mean, it's completely dark outside. We come into land. That happens. Passenger feels that. Ow. Yeah, sorry about that. Gosh. We'll do one more replay from the outside. Oh yeah. If you're going to stream now, I'll give you a watch. I'll definitely give you a watch. But yeah, I'll talk to you later, go around. And yeah, here we are, short final. Let's see how this one goes. You actually can't really see the outside from here. There you go, a few lights from the runway. Yeah, I almost had like, I mean the aircraft did flare, but obviously either the approach was a little too fast, which it was, we should come in at 146, we came in at like 156, so yeah, 10 knots too fast, but yeah, maybe also idle throttle, well, a little bit too early. There are one or two factors that did come into this, which were a poor landing, so again, I would admit, I'm not exactly the best at landing this aircraft. I'm really not. Anyways, let's just quickly connect to the GPU and turn off the APU. And those two come off. So yeah, I'm not exactly the best at landing this aircraft, but it was a flight. We got there in the end. Was the main thing. Yeah, I've got a little bit more work to do with my X-plane flying. But yeah, other than that, I think we'll now bring this stream to an end, and in about half an hour I'll be starting another one. So I promise you guys on today we'll be doing a TFDI Design 717 flights from Stockholm to Helsinki, which is like my last two destinations I went to on holiday, one in Stockholm, one to Helsinki, Finland. So we'll do a flight like that, and then next weekend will be completely dedicated to Train Simulator, since I'll be with Dovetail Games at the Worley Train Show in the EGX Birmingham Arena. So yeah, quite EGX, that's the game show, the rest. At the NEC Birmingham even. So yeah, that's next week. Quite excited for that one. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Like if you did, do subscribe. And some of you I'll see next time. Some of you I'll see in about half an hour. Hopefully it's that one. Yeah, see you next time. Goodbye. Oh yeah, sorry, salute. That's my way of signing things off.